Hey folks, welcome to my tutorial for Color My World by Chicago. Beautiful, simple tune with some, well, I should say it's not that simple actually. It's got some pretty complicated chords in it, but we're just going to be doing a lot of arpeggios and just a really beautiful little collection of little progression of chords by James Pankow, the trombone player. A little trivia for you if you're not up on your Chicago lore, but this is not just its own song, it's also part of a longer piece of music. It's a little suite of songs called Ballet for a Girl in Buchanan, which also includes the relatively famous song Make Me Smile. Dun, 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 dun. Children play in the park, they don't know. So this is part of that long, about 14-minute piece from Chicago 2 was the album. So great collection of just a really great collection of chords. So I'm excited about it. I don't think there's a lot more I need to say in the introduction, but we're going to do what we always do. I'll split it into little parts and we'll go through it note for note. And then we'll do a wrap up at the end and I'll show you how to string together what we've learned into a song. So I will see you in the next segment. Oh, and also I'm going to teach you the piano part. I'm also going to, at the end, I'm going to teach you how the flute part goes in case you're ever in a group where you need to fill in for that, where I'll just show you how that flute melody line goes. I wouldn't ever try to play the flute melody while you're playing the piano part, but if you ever were in a situation where someone needed to play the little flute part on the keyboard, you didn't have a flute player, you'll have it. So right on. See you in the next section. We're going to get cranking. Alright, this is the first little section. Basically the whole song, if you're familiar with it of course, is a combination of one dun 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 dun. So I'm going to teach you how that goes, and we're going to split it into a couple of segments here. It starts out on an F major 7 arpeggio. So here's middle C. I don't know why I like to do that when I say here's middle C, but I never just go, this is middle C. I always go, middle C's here. Anyway, I want you to find an F below middle C. Your thumb's going to go there, and it's going to be thumb, then your index finger will come down on A, your middle finger will come down on C, and your pinky's going to come down on an E natural. And it's just F, A, C, E, C, A, F. And the beginning of the song is that you just play that arpeggio with no left hand. You play through it twice. Okay, so what happens in the left hand when you finally come in is it goes C, F, octave Fs, your low Fs, C, F. And where does it come in count-wise? 1 dun 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 dun, right when you come down on that A. So if you think of this as 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, which would put it in 12/8 time, meaning you have 4 beats per measure, but they're split into triplets instead of duplets. So in 4/4, for example, if you're in 4/4 time, you're thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But in 12/8, you're thinking 1 2 3 2 2 3 3 2 3 4 2 3. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. So watch that real close. Okay, so moving on from that point, you're going to go back to this F and play through it 2 more times, only now you've got a bass note. So it's, you start here, da dun 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 dun, ba bum, and you play through this 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Now we move to an A minor chord, and it's E, A, C, E, C, A. So basically you're keeping index, middle, and pinky in the same place, but you're shifting your thumb from this F down to this E. And that's through twice, so it's, you were 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. In the left hand, what's happening is we've come in on our pickup note after the intro and gone F. Okay, now watch the counting. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, then come down again on F, on 3 triplet, 4 on C, octaves, C, then down on A, 3, C. So watch how that plays. So, but I'm just saying, if you think of it in 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, da 1, 2, 1, through 1, 2, 3, 4. So watch the 2 together, starting with the introduction. Again, I'll slow it down a little bit. Okay, from here we move to a B flat chord, which is, you shift your thumb back up to F, and it's F, B flat, and I would play this D with your ring finger rather than your middle finger myself. F, B flat, D, F, D, B flat. So we've come octave B flats, B flat, F in the left hand, 2, 3, 4, and from there we move to an E flat in the bass and an E flat major 9 arpeggio, which is G, B flat, D, F, D, B flat, G. So it actually, because you have an E flat in the bass, it's an E flat major 9, but what it looks like is that you're arpeggiating a G minor 7th chord in your right hand, G, B flat, D, F, only over an E flat bass. So watch the whole thing in context, starting with the intro and getting to that place. Really slow. I don't know if you've noticed a pattern, but it always is, in your left hand, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, rhythmically. It's always 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's how it is through pretty much the whole song. So on that E minor, or on that E flat major 7 or major 9 there, your E flat, E flat, B flat. So that's going to be the end of this section of the video. I'm going to play through the song from the intro to that point a few times so you can just see it nice and slow and really kind of let it sink into your fingers, and then the next section we'll pick it up from there. Again. Okay, with my hands in normal position and at full tempo, it looks like this. Okay, in the next section we'll pick it up from where we go from there. I will see you there. Okay, now we have just played the E minor 9. The next chord arpeggio that we're going to go to is an A flat major 7. A flat, C, E flat, G. So you're in A flats in the bass, 1, 3, E flat. See how it's 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, E flat. Then it moves to a G flat major 7, G flat, B flat, D flat, F. And then G flat, D flat. So let's just look at those two together. So we've come out of the E minor 9, or A major 9 rather. So you're going just before this, bum, B, now A flat, bum, 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 bum. Let me slow that down just a hair. Again, coming out of the E flat major 9. So where we land from here is a very interesting place. We were on a G flat major 7. Now we land on a D9, a D dominant 9. So octave D's in the left hand, and it's F sharp, A, C, E, C, A. And interestingly enough, if you wanted to look at just the right hand, this forms an F sharp half diminished 7. But played over a D bass, and it's a D dominant 9. So D, then it goes to an F sharp bass, leading to a G major 7. G, B, D, F sharp, D, B, G. So let's just go from the beginning of what we've talked about to there and watch how that plays out in real time. So starting with the E flat major 9 that we learned in the last section and leading into what we've just picked up. So we were going here. G flat, D, now G, now I want to address something on this D9 that we played. If you listen to the recording, you will hear him, Robert Lamb, who played the piano in those days, and still is with the group. He would play the arpeggio like this the first time through. F sharp, A, C, E, C, A. And then the second time would go F sharp, A, C, D, C, A. So it would look like this. Now that being said, music's an interpretive art. I have seen Chicago 14 times in concert, and I don't think I have heard anyone play that the same way every time. Sometimes it's sometimes it's a combination of the two. Sometimes they invert it and go. I don't care what you do. It's a D9, okay? If you want to be the most true to the recording, then you'll want to play do a combination of the two, where it's a 9 and then just a 7. But the average bystander is not going to pick up any difference between the two. So anyway, I wanted to throw that out. So let me go again to the point that we got to from where we started in this segment. We were coming out of an E major 9. A flat major 7. G flat major 7. D9. D7. G major 7. Alright, I'm just going to play that a couple more times. We'll pick up the rest of this line in the next section, but the chords get a little bit complex here and I don't want anyone to get lost. And keep in mind, if you're picking this up really fast, I'm doing this slow because I want to make sure that anyone who doesn't have as much music theory knowledge as I do doesn't get left behind. If you haven't studied chords for 20 years the way I have, then it might not make sense when I say G major 7. So if you've already got it, skip to the next section. That's what the video chapter list is for. So anyway, here we go. One more time, coming out of that E flat major 9 that we did. One more time slow. At full speed, coming out of the last section. Okay, here we go, starting now. Okay, I'll see you in the next section, and we'll complete the main riff that goes on in Color My World. See you there. All right, Ida, we're going to finish off this line. We were just at a G major 7. Now it slips into an E flat dominant ninth, which means you go to E flat in the bass, and then your right hand is playing G, B flat, D flat, F, D flat, B flat, G, which for those of you who have some chord knowledge would make a G half diminished 7 over an E flat bass. And in the left hand, E flat, B flat. From there it goes to C in the left hand, and it just goes to a C7 in the right hand, so it's G, B flat, C, E, C, B flat. And what you're going to do on this particular phrase, we've been holding a half note, 1, 2, down, down. We have to play an entire 4 counts of this C, and you're just going to come down 1 triplet, 2 triplet, again triplet, 2 triplet, 3. Now, da da da. And then we're back to the F major 7 that we started on. So 3. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, back to F. And then we go to B flat, and it's F, B flat, D, G, B flat, C, and then the line starts over from the beginning. So watch me get to that point coming away from the G major 7 that we were in the end of last section. So we were here, E flat, okay, let me slow it down even a little more, coming out of the end of last section. Okay, going to the E flat. One more time slow. And now the E flat. Okay, and at full speed, we were coming out of the last section. I'm going to throw in a little bonus here for people who are real Chicago fans like myself. Back when Bill Champlin was in the group, he would play this particular line, and when he got to the part where it was on the C7, what he liked to typically do, instead of just going, he would play it like this. Okay, so what is that? It's G, B flat, C, C, E, C, B flat, and then he'd throw this little chord with D and F. So those two notes, B flat, G, these two notes, C, B flat. Watch that slow. Even a little slower. Just a little fun thing to throw in there for you guys that like the live nuances. I like that. I like playing it like that sometimes when I'm playing it live. I do this song probably 80% of the gigs that I play. It's a great thing to play at the cocktail hour, which I do a lot of private parties, so we usually have a cocktail hour and then a dance or whatever. So anyway, and then the next section, what I'm going to do is show you the outro, and then I'm going to show you the flute part, and then we'll do a wrap up, and that's it. So see you there. Alrighty, now the outro, when you get done with the song, you've just got done your and there's a retard, slow it down. And then there's a little line, and it goes like this: F, C, it's a broken chord. F, C, E, F, C, E, G, A, C, E, G. And then I'll show you what that crazy chord is. So it looks like this in real time. So again, F, C, E, G, A, C, E. Then you move your hand up to G, and what happens is you do a little situation here where you arpeggiate both hands at the same time really fast. The bottom hand is on an F major 7, F, A, C, E. The right hand is on a G major 7, G, B, D, F sharp. Weird chord. I don't even know what you call it. It's kind of a jazzy thing, but you're playing a G major 7 over the top of an F major 7 chord. So once more. And you can do it just once, or you can throw a couple of them in there and then come down and play octave Fs if you want, to remind people where it was. But in the song on the recording, it's just and that's it. So that is the outro. The next section, I'm going to teach you the flute part real quick, and then I'll do a rap and show you how this thing fits together and turns into a song. See you there. Okay, now there's a flute solo at the end of this, so if you're on a keyboard, find your best flute patch. Sorry, I just like that sound. It makes me feel like I'm in the Renaissance area. Anyway, so here's middle C. You're going to be up an octave, and then you're going to find an F above that. The line goes like so. F, G, A, G, F, A. A, G, F, A, B flat, C, D, C, B flat, A, C, B flat, G. So let's just take that part real quick. Okay? Now from here, it goes G, D, C. Then it's E flat, C, A flat, B flat. B flat, A flat, G flat, A, D, E, F sharp, G, A, and then it's B, A, B. So let me just get to that point, watch it in context. Okay, now from here, A, G, so it's A, G, F sharp, E, D, E flat. E flat, F, G, A flat, B, C, G. Then it's E, D, C, G, F, E, E, D, C, B flat, A, G, E, F, G, A, B flat, A, B. Alright, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to establish some kind of a tempo. Okay, and now watch this in tempo. So you're thinking 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1, 2, and here we go. Except you have to play it right. Alright, one more time like that in tempo, and then I'll piece this thing together and show you where everything fits together. Triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, and there you go. Do a wrap up in the next section. Okay, gang, so how does all of this stuff we've learned turn into Color My World? The good news is the basic piano line, you just repeat it 3 times. So it looks like this. You've gone. Here is where you'd start singing as time goes on, that whole thing. But the piano part remains the same. One more time, this is where the flute part would come in. Slow it down, retard. Now, here's our little thing. And that's the song. On the pedal, I want to give you a piece of advice. This is a real easy thing to do with the pedal. The pedal follows your left hand. Every time your left hand lifts up and plays another note, lift up the pedal and come right back down with it. So if my right hand is the pedal, it's like this. That'll give you the perfect amount of reverberation all the way through the song. So, but you want to lift up and come right back down. You don't want long periods of time with no reverb. You just don't want the chords bleeding into each other. Bum, 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 bum. And there you go. That's Color My World. Beautiful, fun little song to play. Everyone recognizes it the minute you go. Everyone knows it, and it's always going to be a big hit in whatever room you're in. So thank you so much. I appreciate you not only purchasing this tutorial, but I appreciate the fact that you have the courage to keep learning new things and bettering yourself, because I know that if you're using a credit card and buying this thing, you're an adult. You're choosing to do it. You are not a second grader being forced into piano lessons by your mommy. So that is inspiring for me, and gives me the will to keep making these things. So Thanks so much. I love what I do, and I couldn't do it without you. So honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all your business. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed putting it together. And remember, as you work on it and everything else, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care, gang. I'm Piano Man Steve, and I'm signing out.